Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm having trouble with my matches today. Come on. There we go. There we are. There. Well, how is everybody today? I hope you've had a good weekend. I hope Halloween was, whatever you like doing at Halloween. Or if you don't like doing Halloween, then I hope you managed to do what you needed to do. I had a very interesting Halloween. And I'm just going to bring that up a little bit because I want you to be able to see my book today. So drop me a hello if you are watching. It reassures me that Facebook has actually sent me live as much as anything else. So, are you a completer finisher? Because I am not. This is not something that comes naturally to me at all. But, super exciting. This is my garden party book. It started back in August 2020 when I did a 3-day event for the Cosmic Smashbooking group. Howdy from Texas. Oh, hello, Gabrielle. Good morning. Goodness me, whatever time is it in Texas? I'm impressed. It must be super late for you. Yeah, this is where I started, and that was my Wisdom in the Mud page that we did in Garden Party a couple of weeks ago. And yuck, I've got to the end of the book, and I go, oh, I don't like that. It's really ugly. I don't like it, and I sort of was reflecting on why I don't like it, and the reason I don't like it is I'm not very good at finishing things. I would much rather start this nice shiny new book, because this is going to be my new garden party book, which is what I'm starting on Wednesday. We're going to make a book together, and that is so much more exciting to me than this yucky bit at the back. But I have learned, which is good, I have learned that it is so important to close down the energy of one project before I move on to the next. Well, actually, so I say before I move on, I do have a number of smash books on the go, and that is absolutely fine, but they have different energy. This is my garden book. Here is my moon book, so I work in this twice a month at full moon and new moon, and I have my daily smash book. And so it's not that I'm not saying you can only have one smash book. I absolutely believe in working in series, but the energy of this book, my garden party, garden wisdom book, gets to be rested. And the overwhelming emotion I have as I bring this book to a close is gratitude. And I thought, gratitude. This is, gratitude is something that we go, oh yeah, I have gratitude. And we know the importance of a gratitude practice. But I want to show you, this is how I am going. This is my gratitude pocket, because I want to remember. I have sat with my book this morning and done a walkthrough, done a flick through, remembering all of the lessons, all of the wisdom, all of the fun, all of the glitter, all of the shine, all of the pages which are still in mystery, very much You know, we have, this was a portal page with my fish swimming through the magical garden. So there, I've sat with my book this morning, and my gratitude, and I feel I want to cover this page with greens, is for the wisdom that has been given to me through in my pages, for the fun, for the play, for the questions that have arisen, been answered, are still to be answered. You know, questions, and they go on. They go on. There's a little pocket here. I'm not sure about my pocket. I might take that off and put it, I don't know, it may just get covered. But the ginger there was very much, you know, this is my go-to tea when my throat lets me down. No, not lets me down. That's not. When my throat reminds me that it needs to rest, my 3 ginger tea is my go-to. And I've had a couple of times in this year when that has, you know, so gratitude for the rest that I have been able to enjoy in my garden. I love making pockets. So this page is about the love that I have, that has been revealed to me in my book since August 2020. Wow. So it's just over a year old. And here is how I make a pocket. And the reason I want to make a pocket, sorry, I'm ever so excited today. The reason I want to make a pocket is I've got these 2 articles which have been sort of, they've been tucked in the back of this book. And one is about dead wood, and the importance of dead wood in our gardens. About that provides, the article is actually entitled "Dead Wood Should Be Prized as a Nursery for New Life," and how right that this book becomes the springboard for my new book. And it also has got a lovely article that I found, and these goodness, I don't know how long that I've had these around. It was prune back stress, and a reminder of how gardening, and particularly this garden theme, has really enabled me to relieve stress, but also growing with friends. So I want a pocket that those 2 little articles, I might pop them on a bit of card so they're a bit more robust, but I want to make a pocket that those are going to go in. And so that's what I'm going to do. Having put some colour, perhaps I want a little bit more colour. I'm using some oil pastels this morning. So I'm remembering the red thread that runs through all of the work that I do, the twists and the turns and the connections with people across the world. And I just sort of want, you know, a few bits of colour on here. And I think I'm going to go elements. So that's a rather dark blue for water. I will have a lighter blue for air. I'm going brown for the muddy earth that provides such nourishment for my garden. We're going to have some fiery flames as my fire. So I have my water, my air, my fire, my earth, and that's interesting, isn't it? That my pastel, my oil pastel, needs a bit more revealing to create the colour I've chosen for that, reminding me of the space and the ether and just that spiraling energy. So I have blessed my page with the elements, with gratitude. And then what I just love doing is I've got a load of images here, and I'm just going to, I love these, look at that, whoa, alliums. I love alliums. So this has come from a file. So this is again about what am I leaving? What am I leaving behind? Because I think that's something. This is one of the reasons I find giants. Do I want the word giants? I'm not sure I do want the word giants, but I'll just hold on to that for a bit. I think I find finishing off stuff difficult because I don't like endings. I don't like endings. I'm going to have that one going right across the page. I love all the stars on there. I found this lovely picture of a bench, which reminds me of, you know, the gratitude of the sanctuary that a garden, whether you have a real garden, we talk about, you know, that our inner heart garden. So it provides me with a safe place, a sanctuary. There's another page. Oh, I don't know whether I'm going to have that one as well, actually, because I love the pot. I thought I wanted the image on the other side. That often happens, of course. We pick out an image, and it's the one on the other side. It's very oh, that's interesting. That's ripped. Perhaps that doesn't want to go in there. Let's see. Very windy today, and you know, that is so it's very good for blowing away the cobwebs. There's some pictures of paths here. I'm not sure about that one. A garden hideaway. So as I'm finishing my book, because I wanted to, for those of you that are new to Create and Listen, oh, hi Bettina, morning, good morning. Those of you that are new to Create and Listen this is me doing my thing. This is not a class. This is not, you know, this is how I start my week. I smash in my books most days. I'll go with that. I'm not going to say I smash every day. There are times when I do. There are absolutely times when I do. But you know, I've got other arty projects. So I try and do. No, I do something creative every day. I love this, but I think it's the very windy day that is making me feel very energized today. And I got up, there was this beautiful, the Crescent Moon was just stunning, really clear in the sky. And that sort of gave me that clarity. Now, there's a really interesting image here, but I'm not 100% whether it goes on here. This actually, I think this is the moving on page. This is about, you know, plotting and assessing. I think, although that's very attractive, I think that's for the next book. And when you're you know, choosing images like this, you just have to go for it. And then some of them may want to be there, some of them may not. Now, Snowdrops for me are I just love Snowdrops. And as I've been working in the garden on and off over the last week, I keep discovering little clumps of Snowdrops that, you know, they're the bulbs that will come up. So this is a looking forward to spring. Hellebores as well are my, you know, when the hellebores come out, they're called, well, some of them come out sort of at Christmas, what are they called? Lenten roses. So this is a looking ahead. This is a looking ahead image. And, you know, it's gratitude for the old, but the looking ahead. Oh, look at that. There is a sort of dragonfly made out of rust and a cat. Now, I love junky stuff in my garden. So I think we're going to have a dragonfly. So I need to look up dragonfly medicine. Again, this is an image that has was on another page. So it's always worth looking out for things like that. Not sure whether that's going to fit. And I like this one because this reminds me almost of everything in a garden. I'm also aware this morning, so Create and Listen is very much about acknowledging and noticing what is going on for me at the start of my week. And the first thing I notice is I'm standing up. So that is always some books, some pages want me to stand up. So I am hearing, stand up, be counted, get ready, be poised. And this, I hope you can see this, but it's not too reflective. Perhaps it is. It's a bit shiny, maybe. There's a pot which reminds me to be filled up. There's the steps which remind me to keep moving onwards. There's this beautiful fence which reminds me to have secure boundaries. You know, we need to protect our boundaries. We need to be clear about our boundaries. And this little focal point of a plant. So all of that reminds me of the lessons that working in my garden book teach me about life. And then we just go for it. We just stick them all down. And I'm going to do something I quite like, actually, although I wanted that there. I sort of want a big image that can go round. So perhaps it's that one. I do like big images that I can wrap right round my page. And of course, that might not be quite what I've got. Other pictures here. Okay, so I've got this image, which is of a plant called Echinacea. Now, Echinacea, oh, and look at what's on the back. Oh, okay, right. So I've got witch hazel on the back, and I've got Echinacea on here. Now, Echinacea is a plant for healing. You can take Echinacea to boost your immune system. So, let me just say like that, actually. That is, oh, excuse me. That's me catching my spring. Catching the spring of my camera stand. Wanted to say hello today. And witch hazel. Now, I bought a witch hazel for my garden for my 60th birthday last year. So this is speaking to me about, this is a very personal message to me about what I get to do in my garden. Okay, so you need glue. I even have a new glue stick. So maybe that little gingery one does want to be there, you see. Maybe it does. I wonder if I can peel it back a bit. Yeah, I can. Okay, So I'm just going to, I think it wants to go on there, but I don't want it like that. Okay, so this is going to get glued down. So I'm going to take these images right the way up to the top and just tuck them round like that, so that they make a nice edge. So I've got Echinacea and I think actually that's going to come down like that. And I love these hands, so I'm just going to tuck a little bit of that round. Okay, now I can sit down. And what I'm going to do, I'll do this side because I am aware of the time, because creating this a nice sort of, you know, is, you don't need to be sitting here for an hour watching me stick things down, but I wanted to show you how I get the pocket. So I've got, that is going to go on there, like that, and my Echinacea is going to come down here, and I think I just want to rip that edge, because, you know, things are not always neat and tidy, like that, like so. Like that. And then I love this, these stars are going to go right the way across the page. I think that's what I love about alliums, is the shape of the little petals, for want of a better word, are just like stars. They're just like the stars. So that is going to come in here like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to, I think that bit can just get torn off there. I want one more going across here. I think it's going to be, my Snowdrops, because they are the symbol for me of spring, of moving on, of hope, of the next bit of the journey. You know, before we get to the point that my Snowdrops are all out, we will have gone through winter. So that's going to go like that. And then, in order to make my pocket, so I've got my other images are going to come on here, over here. Here is my, there's even wind chimes there, look. Whoa. So we will have maybe that there, reminding me of sit down and have a rest. Fill up your pots, a gratitude of sitting. That one perhaps comes in here. So some of the images are going to get covered up. Here's my dragonfly, I'm not sure where he goes. That definitely wants to be on there, I think. So what I'm then going to do is simply stick these flappy bits down. You don't want flappy bits. Let's put that like that and that like that. What I've inadvertently done, of course, in my enthusiasm, is put a load of glue on there. So I'm just going to stick that on there because I don't want it all getting gunged up. And then I find that when you're making a flap, it works better to glue both pages. It just sort of reinforces it a bit. So one of the things I am noticing about today is this, for me, is going to be a day when I want to construct. I want to make things today. Pockets are always a good indication for me that, you know, I want to make. And then I've got my little pocket there. Once it's dried off, that I'm going to pop those onto, I might put them in an envelope. I might just pop them in an envelope and then tuck the envelope in there. But that's my little reminders that are going to go in there. I don't know why that's catching. There we go. So that, my dears, is where I'm going to stop for this morning. I'll post a picture once I finish putting all my rest of my images in. And now I feel I can give myself permission to move on to the next book. I'm not sure where my ginger goes. I think my ginger might want to just come down here because it's about the healing. Yes, it's about the healing, isn't it? So it's about the healing of the Echinacea. And for me, my garden, my real garden, does give me great healing. It does give me great, you know, I get some exercise, I get fresh air. But my inner heart garden, I think, is probably where I get even more healing. There. And that's my witch hazel reminding me again of the healing powers. So that is my pocket page, and how it's I feel it's a great way of expressing the gratitude for what your book has given to you in the time that, you know, you've been working on it. This has been my last 18 months. You know, I've had Sanctuary and so many lessons and so much fun. So that's it. It's a slightly longer one today. So have a good day, whatever you get up to. And, you know, I'd love to hear how you, you know, how do you finish your books? You know, we could have, share some end pages. Okay. Love you all, and I will see you during the week. Bye.